Thanks for staying. Attacks on schools and kidnapping of students in Nigeria continue to threaten education in a country where about 10.5 million children aged 5 to 14 years are out of school. The Kuriga incident raises lots of questions about why the school was targeted. Sifon Asian has the details.
The Kuriga school children are reveling in the euphoria of freedom days after being reunited with their families following a harrowing 16 days in captivity. Great efforts are being made to keep them away from the media spotlight, even though the event of Thursday the 7th of March has put the spotlight on their community. The kidnapping of the school children in Kuriga is the 75th since the Chibok school girls in 2014. The incident raises lots of questions at the time the federal government is implementing a multi-agency action to keep schools safe.
Safe School Initiative, as far as I'm concerned, is not working. If it were working, we will see what we are seeing. So it's as simple as that. We have to devise another means, or rather we have to, reinvigorate that particular initiative. But for now, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing.
Kuriga's proximity to Bereningwari, a hotbed of banditry in Kaduna State, is already an indication that the community and its primary and secondary schools were vulnerable.
Did you see the video or the photograph of that school, that Kundiga school? You could see a horrible school environment, dilapidated, without fences. The children are on their own devices, and they're like sitting dogs. Terrorists can walk in any time and pick the students. That's exactly what happened.
Looking back at the incident, security risk management and intelligence expert Kabir Adamu is curious about how the school children were conveyed to Dansadao Forest in Zamfara State, where they were eventually recovered.
A day after the incident, I personally, Beacon Security and Intelligence Limited, we got to know that it was a bandit from Zamfara that carried out. And when we looked at the map, we saw that he had two options. Either to take them to the Bereningwari area, where because of tough war, he does not have control over that. He's going to have to contend with the other bandits that are operational there. And the other option was for him to take them all the way back to Zamfara. And when we reached our conclusion, we said it must be Zamfara. And so if our security agencies had done such an analysis, it would have been very easy for them to also have concluded. You can't achieve 290 kilometers on foot. How many days do you need to achieve 290 kilometers on foot, with kids who are tired, who are probably hungry, who would be missing their parents and would not be cooperating in the manner that the bandits would want. So there must have been some form of mobility. So point is, certain security agencies dropped their ball.
Another question he's trying to find answers to is the reason for the kidnapping of the 137 school children and their teacher.
Whether fortunate or misfortunate or unfortunate, to have listened to a telephone conversation of the main bandit behind the incident. And he referred to the killing of their cows by specifically, according to him, the military. He said their cows were targeted by the military and that they killed their cows, and that nobody has been, what did he put it, has shown compassion or sympathized with them over that incident, that for them the only profession they know is livestock rearing, and if those livestock are taken away from them, then their lives are destroyed. Now, it does not justify his action, because is it the children that killed his cattle? No, it's not the children. But the point he was trying to make is that somebody needs to listen to him, and the only way he felt he could be listened to is for him to do that. So again, I think we need to conduct a sociological research into the reasons for these occurrences and then try to address them. Like I always say, one major vulnerability we have is allowing these guys access to weapons.
The incident represents another setback to education development in a country where primary education is officially free and compulsory, but about 10.5 million children aged 5 to 14 years are not in school.
Attack on schools is attack on our education, and it's quite concerning. The whole world is watching, and it does not say good about us as a country. The government must be intentional on how to get around this situation. time has come for us to say enough is enough. Mass abduction of students, school pupils in the north or anywhere for that matter, is something that should be behind us.
In the meantime, residents of Kuriga resorted to hope and prayer that such a cruel fate would not befall them again. Sifon Asian, TVC News, Abuja.